Well, the temperatures outside the rodeo rink here at the Eagle County Fairgrounds have gone up 20 degrees in the last hour at least, and that has created almost a mist or a fog around portions of the rink. I don't think it's affecting our live stream too much. Our broadcast quality may be a little bit spotty in and out. You'll see that Vail is in their 50th anniversary gold jerseys there today as West Bastion takes the face off out there with Denton and Boyd to start this game. Denton down the left-hand side and circling, looking, playing against Telluride here. Game 2 against Telluride this weekend. You got Nas Sucic and Sawyer Roman out there on D, and Dory Parrish in goal. First shot on net, blocked off to the side there. Puck up and out. Bastine on the back check. Boyd and everyone collapsing as Sucic makes the defensive play there. Denton trying to wrap around the outside, and he does. Trying to get it over to Bastine. Bastine over now. Boyd there at the point trying to help keep it in. He gets a little help there from Bates Gorbold, and they'll go for that first shift out. Probably the same approach here on this second game of the day with the 2 lines of 4, where you'll see a rotation as Bates Gorbold makes a nice play up the boards there. Picked up by Rosé on the left-hand side. Got Cruz January in the middle. Rosé's shot is up and shelved it. It's in there. Boy, he had a good shot this morning too, did Rosé, and that'll be the first goal of the game. Rosé just down the left-hand side and absolutely flunked that one just under the bar. And over the shoulder of the Telluride goalie. So 12:49 left in the first. It's going to be 1-0 here. As soon as the scoreboard hasn't notched that quite yet, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. And the clock hasn't started yet either. They're still figuring that out. And going to get set down there on the far side after an ice. That's Bankert, Rosé, and Cruz January out there, and that's another ice. As Bates and Coles are out there on D. Dory Parrish sending it forward to referee Patrick. Telluride bringing it out. Stopped there by Gorbold. He's going to take it the other way. Skating it in. Goes left, goes right, goes left. Shot low is saved by the Telluride goaltender. Cruz January sends it deep. Around to Rosé. Rosé centering pass. Almost picked up there by Bankert. Now, again, Rosé working it in the corner. Shielding that puck. Gets a shot blocked and saved by the goaltender there with his glove.
That's the live feed.
Okay.
It's glitchy.
Yeah. Okay. Boyd centering. That's Ryder, number 25. Oh, and then Denton shot, save. Huh.
Here we go. All sorts of stuff today.
So that's Boyd taking the face off. Denton out there. Yeah. Boyd playing center here with Denton at left and Ryder Board at right. Boyd's going to take it into the corner. He promised me he was going to hustle a little more. He said he was frozen like a popsicle stick that last game. So hopefully everyone can delete his play and that last one from their memory. I certainly will. Boyd centering pass broken up. Now he's going to pick it up along the left-hand side. Makes a cutback move. Can't quite connect with the puck on that one. And kept in there nicely by Riz. And then Denton. And then over to Ryder Board for the goal. Nice job there by Roman to keep it in. Sends it up. Gets the second assist because that next puck was over to Denton. Denton got it over to Ryder Board, and Ryder Board finished it. So it's 2-0 with 10:40 left. Did I get that right? That was Ryder, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just also looking at my phone trying to fix something there, so I wasn't totally paying attention. Here's Garvey now down the right-hand side, out there with Bankert and Cruz January, and then you've got Coles at lefty and Sucha to right. Coles, loses handle on it. It's a good back check there from Bankert. Centering pass is picked off. Coles sends it up to Garvey. Garvey chips it ahead to himself. Goes down into the deep zone. Centering. And Cruz January almost got a piece of that, but now Telluride's going to send it down. Picked up by Sutic. Nice cut back by Sutic. Backhands it up, but Cruz January's on the shift. So Telluride will bring it the other way, enter the zone, and send it deep. Picked up by Coles in his zone. Flipped along the boards, but sent back in deep. Telluride on the offense here. Centering pass flipped up into the air, and bouncing puck cleared away by Sutic, and then by Garvey, who's going to send it deep up. Bankert's going for his shift. So's Garvey. That brings out Bastien, Boyd, and Ryder. So, kicked ahead by Bastien, who gets it up to Boyd. Boyd down the right-hand side. Back over to Bastien for the goal. Nice little exchange there. Boyd to Bastien, Bastien to Boyd, Boyd to Bastien, Bastien to the net. Back and forth hockey, just like you practice it in the hot dog drill, and it's 3-0 with 9:15 left in the first. Now they realize why all us coaches make them pass that puck back and forth and back and forth. It's exactly for plays like that. Well done. Bastien wants another one. Could it be a 2-goal shift? Backhand is wide. Want to send it deep to Boyd, but can't quite get it there. Good play by Telluride there. Boyd lifts the stick. Ryder comes away with it. Now it's Chopko sending it over to Boyd in the corner. Boyd to Ryder. Ryder intercepted. Chopko gets involved. Now it's Bates on the defense. Gets it up to Ryder. Ryder looking for Boyd, but it's just played down to the goaltender. Now Telluride's going to regroup as Vail gets a full change. You got Bankert, Rizet, Garvey, Roman, and Cowles out there. Coles. Roman steps in, makes the play, and picked up by Bankert. Bankert weaving through the center of the ice. Coming into this offensive zone. Goes right. Shot is off the side of the net. Couldn't quite get all of that one. Now a nice centering pass to Garvey from Bankert, but it doesn't connect. Cole steps up and it drifts into the neutral zone. Roman's going to regroup. Passes off the boards to Garvey. Bouncing puck. Garvey trying to enter the zone. Does. Can't quite hold on to it. It's in front to Rizet. And he backhands it in for the goal. Nolan Rizet with his third goal on the day, second of the game, 4-0, 7:41 left in the first. Is that 4 or 5? It's 4. Yeah, they already notched it up. It's hard to keep track of all the goals we've been scoring this weekend, to be honest. There's been so many of them, and in some ways that's a good thing. In some ways you want to have a little tighter competition, but it's always tough in youth hockey to get that exactly right. across all the leagues and all the games and all the weekends. So out there now, you've got Bastine, Denton, and right there shoveling it off the boards is Ryder Board. On D, you've got Chopko and Sucic. Sucic at right, Chopko at left. Here goes Telluride trying to break it out. Working that puck. Hey, Andy. Working that puck down the side. Centering, blocked. And all the way out of the zone. Sent back in for icing. Probably should be intentional. I don't think they're going to bother calling that. As out comes now a new mix-up. Getting to see a lot of different combinations here. Who's playing center? It's going to be Garvey. Who's at right? January at left. And look at Chopko bursting ahead out of the defensive position. On his backhand, taking it into the zone, down in the corner, still working hard. Coming away with it now is Zay, almost getting a hat trick in the first period. That'd be something else. Still plenty of time to do that with 6:30 left in the game in the first period. January with a nice job shielding that puck. Now Garvey centering all the way out to, who is that? To Sucic. Couldn't quite keep it in. Good poke check from Garvey. Garvey working. Tries to pass it back. Gets it to Sucic. Sucic bangs it up the boards to Zay. And Telluride's going to regroup behind their own net. Start trying their breakout. One thing I've noticed about the teams we played this weekend, their breakout hasn't been very effective against the good forecheck of our Vail teams. And it's an incredibly important part of hockey. You've got to be able to get it out of your zone, get it into the neutral zone, work that puck deep, and hold it there. It's a big part of hockey. What part of the ice are you playing on? Coles has it now in the slot and shoots it in. And you could see that one coming. You knew that was going to be a goal. Coles has such a good shot. And he was left untouched, wide open in the slot, no pressure. A kid with that level of talent in that space is always going to put the puck in the net, and Coles did on that one for the fifth goal of the game already here in the first period, 5-0. 5:30 to play in the first, and Telluride struggling. There goes Boyd down the right-hand side. Now behind the net. Good play here by Forrest Johnson of Telluride, trying to skate it up out of the defensive position and get something going for Telluride. 1, 2, 3, 4 players to beat, and he can't quite get through them all. Here's Denton trying to get it up to Bastine. Bastine looking for Boyd. Nice passing there by Vail. Boyd turns it back, sends it across to Bastine. Denton. No goal. Referee Patrick Ostrander, a regular in the men's hockey league circuit here in Vail, is our referee today, along with the other gentleman whose name I don't know. Shots are 12-1. Forrest Johnson rushing up from the defense there. Their only real attempt at a dangerous goal there for Telluride. And now working on the outsides for Zay. Zay to Chopko. Chopko, big shot, save. Almost tipped there by Bankert in front. And Cruz January out there with that line as well right now. There's Chopko, and there's Bankert into the corner. Bankert with a nice little backhand move there. Gets the headman pass from January. All the way across, trying to hit Zay, and that'll be icing. That would have been a nice little exchange. That's the kind of thing you want to see out of a breakout, by the way. Move that puck swiftly out of the zone. Use that winger as the touch point. Sometimes the center or defenseman will skate past. This time Boyd at center again. He wins that face-off back to Roman. And then Chopko. And he's out there. Boyd is out there with Ryder at right and Denton at left. There goes Roman. Punching it forward. Roman banging it ahead. Boyd with the pressure. Boyd, can he steal that puck? Oh, good play there by Telluride to hang tight by that young player with the pink and white gloves. That's pretty fancy. You wear pink and white gloves, better not lose that one-on-one puck battle, and he did not against Boyd. Boyd going to take that center position again. Ryder board at right. Sage Denton at left. Nash Suchich at right. Loden Coles at left. D. Boyd kind of wins it, but it's out into the neutral zone for Nash to regroup. Gets it over to Ryder to Denton. Denton taking it wide. Centering, trying to hit Boyd on the back door, but can't. And then banged up, but not out. And it does eventually come into the neutral zone and offsides, as Boyd was hoping it would stay in, but it didn't. Bang, bang play, and there's your offsides. It is only the first period, everyone. 5-0, 3:18 to play. This is going to be Bankert at center with January and Garvey. And here's Loden, Coles out there with Nash Suchich on D. Defenseman not getting a lot of opportunity. Nice pass there from Bankert to January. January, big save. Defenseman, as I was saying, not getting a lot of opportunity to play defensive defense this weekend. I'm sure they have plenty of times for that. This turnaround shot there from Suchich goes wide. I'm sure they'll have plenty of time for that the rest of the season. Centering, deflects off the skate. Oh, and up and out. Here comes Telluride the other way. Coles putting the pressure on, and it's really nice recovery there by Loden to get back and whack that puck away. I'm going to say that those kinds of mistakes will be more costly against faster skaters. But you have to be pretty fast to outskate this Vail squad. Puck's out in front, cleared away by Parrish. Probably her first or second real contribution to the game today. Puck goes all the way down for icing. 1:53 left in the first. Puck comes around to Chopko. Oh, centering pass, dangerous. Ends up on Telluride's stick, but Bastien recovers in time. He's got Boyd and Ryder with him. Ryder's now pursuing it. Now Boyd. Boyd's skating a little harder this afternoon. Once I told him that if he's cold, the harder he skates, the more he'll warm up. He's a little frozen this morning, as were some of the other kids. Ryder now working that puck across. Getting it over to Boyd on the boards. Boyd does play it. Bouncing puck. Going wide. Turns back in. Shot gets blocked. Stick on stick play there by the defenseman. Boyd now behind the net. Working it around. Tries to stuff it. Far pad save. And Bastien blocked in the scrum in front. Boyd's picking it up now. Boyd working that puck across the middle. Bastien can't quite get a hold of it. And Telluride shows up out of nowhere. There's Pink Gloves man. He's got some good hands. Hot pink hands. Here he comes down the ice. Right, left. But not quite enough to get past our defenders. And, oops, somehow comes away with Ryder's stick. Here's Bastien. He's got hot hands. And centers it wildly to Pink Hands, whose shot is blocked by Bates Gorbold. So even when they have an opportunity, our defense steps up and says nope. So there's Zay now sending it deep for, I think that's Bastien. It is. Bastien now back around. And Forrest Johnson will send it up and out. That's Roman waiting for the zone to clear. And there is the first period buzzer. See you for the second. Okay, welcome to the second period. Here comes Bankert over to Garvey. Whoa! Boy, the stick almost went in the net. You get 2 points if you get the stick and the puck in the net, I think. Nice shielding from Rizé there. Good puck work from Rizé and Garvey. Rizé! Oh, Bankert! Almost knocked that one for a home run. That baseball experience he has showed there for a second. And then Rizé almost gets his hat trick there on a nice play from Roman. And you might start seeing some defensemen stepping up, getting part of the offensive play more, as this game is already 5-0 here in the second. And so it's a good time to mix things up, try new things. Bastien at center, Ryderboard at right, Denton there at left, and back to Roman. He's out there with Nasucic on deep. Puck comes around. Kept in by Roman. There's hot pink gloves. He's got hot pink laces to match those gloves too. Does that young Telluride player. Sends it up right to our D, and just flip it back in there. Poked away by Bastien. Now Garvey. Oh, no, that's Denton. Sorry, Denton to Bastien for a shot and a nice save by the Telluride goaltender, who has been tested. I don't know if it's been the same goalie hold game. I'm not totally sure because I can't see their numbers way down there. Probably has been. That's number 8. Garvey, January, and Rizé out there on offense. And then Chopko, and chopping it down is Nolan for the hat trick. Woo! So the hats come off in celebration of 3 goals for Nolan Rizé. Been a beautiful skater all year long. Fantastic defender. Steps into the offensive role and bam, has a hat trick. And it's 6-0. So, still out there is Garvey, January, and Rizé. Nice pass there from Chopko to Rizé. Now to Garvey. Garvey, 1, 2, 3, goal. Garvey's nice little hesitation there. Brought it over to his backhand and backhanded that one into the upper left-hand corner. 7-0. Heading into this Thanksgiving break. And will be a Monday practice for those who are around for it. And otherwise, be a little time off. And now it's Bastien, Garvey, and Boyd out there, isn't it? No, Bastien, Denton, and Boyd, sorry. Puck bounces toward the net, and Denton very wisely does not hammer away at that puck. It's 7-0 in the second period. I think shots are 20-1. No need to be too terribly aggressive right now. Work that puck around. Nice win back to Bates. Big shot up past Boyd. Boyd grabs it. Nice little pass to Bastien. Bastien with a shot. Save. Bates, big shot. Wide. Boyd in the corner. Oh, Denton. That actually got through the goalie's stick and then like deflected off his skate or something. Here's Denton again. Forrest Johnson playing defense, really trying to help his goalie out. Flips it around to the wing. Stopped at the line there by Sucic. Now Boyd to Denton. Off the post and then in from Bastien. So what we have here is just a bit of a mismatch. That's all. Youth hockey. Lots of good players on this Telluride team. We know a lot of them. It's one thing to have a couple good players. Another to kind of put together that full framework of a team the architecture of a good team, up and down. The strength you see from Vail is the difference between our, I hate to even say our weakest player, but on any given day, our weakest player, and on any given day, our strongest player is going to be not too terribly big of a difference most of the time. And that's one of the reasons we're so strong. We've got great defenders, move that puck around, play together as a team. Everybody can handle the puck and receive a pass, understands the fundamentals of hockey. Great example of that right there on a nice pass from Jose to Banker. And here's January tries to put one in. Oops, down they go. And the puck is up and out into the neutral zone. Flipped back in. Who's going to forecheck? I guess Bankert said, I'll do it after a little hesitation. Coles keeps it in there all the way around to January. Yeah. Oh, didn't bring the puck with him, so Bankert will pick it up. He's wheeling, shielding, using those legs to shield. It's a great skill. You don't see a lot out of the younger players at this age. Bankert can do it. Nice pass across from Jose through the crease. Puck's back out to the edge, sent back deep by Roman. I think at this point you'll see Vail cycle that puck a lot. Circle and cycle. Telluride coming down the ice, trying to make something of it, down on Coles through the center of the ice. And it's offsides. What a heartbreaker. Their one good chance of the second period blown dead on a miscommunication there. So now Boyd at center, Denton left, and Ryder at right. You got Chopko and Sucic out there on D. Who's going to get that puck? It's going to be Denton. Now Boyd goes in to help, picks it up, looking, shielding, over to Denton. They're working that puck behind the net. Denton saw Boyd on that far side, but couldn't quite get it across to him. Sucic. Nice cut around from Sucic. Pass up to Denton. Boyd's like trying to put his mouth guard back in. Does so successfully. And now the play is deep to Ryder. Now Denton. Denton spinning. Spinning again. Eyes are up. Pass over to Ryder. Ryder behind the net. Ryder looking and cycling, circling to Chopko up high. And kept in there by Sucic. Telluride now working the other way. That's Forrest Johnson. He can score. He's going down the right-hand side. Gets around Nash. Coming in toward the center on Chopko. Centering pass blocked. Tipped away just barely. Now here comes Boyd the other way with it. Gets it to Denton. Denton going the other way. Tries to get it to Boyd and does. Boyd down the middle. Oh, nice little move from Boyd. And whoo! Gets his goal. Wants to keep up with his buddies in the points race. And it was a nice play over to Boyd. And good little stick handling move from him there, and just slots it right into the goal in somewhat of a cavalier fashion for the 9th goal. Shots are 27-1. Still 8:18 in the second period. Now we got Bankert out there with January and Garvey. Coles and Bates on D. Bankert coming back around with it. Ooh, good step there by that tall Telluride player. A big shot from Coles, blocked and stopped, and whistle dead. You get the sense that Vail can score at will, especially some of our faster, more skilled players, and so becomes an ethical challenge of what to do. Here's Bates. Shot tipped, almost in. Garvey working. Anyone who's played hockey long enough has been on one side or the other of a lopsided game. 22 roughing 2 minutes for 22 for too much tangling with Telluride. Loading Coles. So be 5-on-4. This will be Telluride's chance to put themselves on the board. Dory Parrish yet to be tested. 1 shot on goal. Tipped in front. Down goes Nat Sutic. Ryder out there. Now cleared by Bastine, and there's your second save of the day for Parrish. Bastine and Board out there with Roman and Sutic. Sutic up and down the boards. Swirling puck, called icing. 7:01 in the second. And here goes Bastine the other way for a shorthanded try. Left, right, off the post. Woo. And his legs go akimbo. Glad he didn't slam into the boards or hurt his knee there. Good try there by Bastine. He had the open net, but probably not a bad thing that he just hit the post on that one. Shorthanded try from Bastine. 34 seconds on this penalty kill for Vail on the Loden Coles roughing penalty. 9-0 with 6:36 left in the second. And if you're missing a day of football for this, then I'm telling you, you are a hockey fan. There's Boyd at center. He's out there with Rosé to kill the rest of this penalty, as well as Bates and Calvin Chopko. Calvin wheeling with it. He can skate and he can score. Here comes Chopko, left, right. Gets that shot blocked, and he'll go get his own rebound off the back of the net. Calvin's got quick hands, not quick enough to beat that big Telluride defender. And here Telluride comes the other way. Defeated there by... And Boyd up. As Cole's penalty is over, he gets replaced by Bankert. He's going to zoom in there and pick up the puck. Good shielding there from Bankert. He's going to keep going around and around and around. Who's he going to send it to? Garvey. No! Rosé, and it's in. Rosé gets his fourth. Just some, oh no, did not go in. Delete, never mind. Rosé did not score. Yeah, the ref was standing right in front of me, and so there's a big save by the Telluride goaltender on a huge clapper from Cole's. Got a smile on his face after that one. But I thought I saw the ref point at the net, but he didn't anyway. And he was kind of celebrating. They didn't give it to him, so anyway. If anybody's going to get a whole bunch of points, Rosé is probably the right guy for it because he's a great player and he hasn't played a lot of offense. He keep those stats up high this weekend. Oh, big shot from Ryder there, blocked by Force Johnson, who's now coming down the other way on Coles. Johnson with the toe drag, left, right, dangle, shot. Good stop by Dory Parrish, and a nice one-man effort there by Forrest Johnson. One of the few guys that can pull off the toe drag sometimes successfully. One of my favorite things to do is show my son the NHL highlights of all the NHL players trying the toe drag and it not working. Shield the puck, go to space, make the easy play. 90% of the time. And then 1 out of every 10 times you can try the toe drag if you want. Here comes Denton. Centering. Big save. And another. Great goaltending there from the Telluride goalie. Nice centering pass from Denton there. And Ryder had a big shot. Stopped on a really nice play from that Telluride goaltender. And even got the rebound as well. So now Garvey playing center. Rosé at right. Cruz, January at left. And that's Chopko with it back there. Chopko doing a good job to keep it in. Sawyer Roman's the other D. There, whoops! Sort of pitchforked up there into the air was Rosé by old Pink Gloves. Nice. Look at Garvey. Just moving all around wherever he wants to go. Left, right, center. There's a nice toe drag. Good use of it there. Approved toe drag. Delayed the puck behind him and then dragged it forward through space to where he was headed. Give himself a little more room. Nice play by Garvey there. Step in there is Roman. Garvey again. And the puck is up and out. Rosé. That's Garvey again. And that's Cruz January. Roman with the nice defensive play. Chopko. Roman. Telluride with the wraparound. Good save by Parrish. Puck's kept in by Telluride, but then knocked out by Rosé. This line needs a shift pretty soon here. Telluride's putting some pressure on. But again, that defense just collapsed right on him. There's Boyd getting involved in the play. Shielding, taking his time, heads up. Try to get it to Denton, and it's banged out by Telluride. Coles is going to go over there and pick it up. Backhand it over on a nice D-to-D pass to Bates, up to Denton. He couldn't quite hold on to it. Bastien now working. Bastien entering the zone. Centering to Denton. Denton to Boyd. That was maybe one pass too many, which is probably a good thing right now. Nice little shield there from Coles. Sorry. And bam, bam. Can we keep it in? Yep. Denton, Boyd. Deflected. I think that was saved by the goaltender. Deflected up. Boyd had a point-blank shot. You can tell his heart wasn't in it. I have a good view of him here. I mean, you get that point-blank shot in a 9-0 game. You're not necessarily, it's only the second period, you got to remember. You're not necessarily trying to bury it like you would in a 1-1 tie or something. And that'll be offside, so that'll kill Boyd's breakaway chance there. Again, probably a blessing. 1:29 stop time, 9-0. Shots are 35-3 in the second period. Bankert at center. Rosé at left. January at right. Chopko and Sucic on D. Sucic with it now. Cross ice. Oop. Blocked. Second try. All the way over to January. Banks it up to Bankert. Bankert centering to Rosé. And there's his fourth. That one counts. Nice play. Little tic-tac-toe. Not much Telluride can do to stop it, and it's 10-0 in the second period. Bankert. Ding. Oh, big glove save. It's a pat on the head from Cruz January for that nice save. He's made a lot, this goaltender. Made a lot of good saves. 27 of them, in fact. And I'd say I'd put about 5 of those in the high quality category and a few more in the pretty darn good category. But he's just facing such an onslaught here from Vail. Here comes Telluride the other way. Forrest Johnson, left, right. Deflected away at the last second there on a nice play from Chopko. Chopko doing a good job playing bigger than his size. And now we will head in toward the third period soon. Okay, so 10-0 heading into the third, and we'll see if we get into runtime situation here. That might be what the refs are talking about. Oh no, the ref was behind me for some reason. Probably drinking some hot chocolate is what I'm guessing that ref is doing, trying to stay warm. So he's coming out here. That's Boyd at center. You got Ryder there with the puck at right, gets it over to Boyd, and then on the left you got Denton. And Denton, it's into the skates, and so Roman and Coles there on D. There's Ryder! Ding! Off the crossbar and up into the air it goes. Coles, he's just skating at will into the open space. He's going to wheel around and kind of center it there into skates of Telluride. And here comes old Pink Gloves. But Roman's too fast for him. She'll pick it up and wheel. Nice. Oh, I thought that was going to be a nice pass up to the wing, but it was the ref instead. So there's Denton. Whoops. Denton, wraparound try. Again, he did not give it his all on that. Now Boyd, over to Ryder. Now to Coles. Coles to Ryder. Ryder's going to skate it up. Back to Coles. Good puck movement over to Boyd for the goal. There comes a point as Boyd scores that, they're working the puck around. When that opportunity to score comes, it's we were just talking about this. In a 10-0 game, you still probably need to take that shot. It's better face saving for the other team if you keep trying to score than if you completely lay off. And they're not even showing that goal on the scoreboard as the 11th goal. So I don't know if there's a league rule about 10 goal leads or something. I don't know. Or maybe the person running the score clock fell asleep. Or maybe they went to get hot chocolate. We don't know. We're just watching these young men and ladies practice the game of hockey at this point is what we're doing. Shots are 39-3. Oh boy, Garvey. And another good save. I'll tell you what, the Telluride goaltender doing a good job back there. And Garvey had really like 2 scoring opportunities there, and again, even with his shot, he's not ripping it with all of his might. I want to say one thing I'm proud of all the skaters on the ice is we're not seeing frustration and slashing and elbows. They're keeping it nice and clean so far. Banker in and out. Ooh, good poke check. Garvey. That one's in. And Garvey gets another. I can't even keep track of how many goals he's had today. That feels like a hat trick. But I think I'm confusing. He got lots of goals this morning too. And the scoreboard has stayed at 10-0 after 2 goals. So I think I think the in-house scoreboard must limit out at 10 goal leads, and actual scores 12-0. Shots are 41-3. There's the 50th anniversary jerseys. Make us even harder to beat. Ryder now with it. Ryder trying to get it up to Boyd out there with Bastien. Sucic and Coles. There's Sucic. Over to Ryder. Ryder sends it deep, and Bastien's offsides. Boyd to Bastien. Bastien battling for it. Bastien went through 2 sticks there. Cole's going to pick it up. Coles. Oh! Ryder couldn't quite get a hold of it. Good pressure on the forecheck still. Boyd wins it. Boyd around the outside. Boyd wheeling. Good pass over to Bastien, and bouncing puck. Telluride will skate out of the zone with it. One more try from the big man. Gets poke checked by Nash Sucic, and Bastien knocked Boyd off the puck, and here comes Telluride the other way, but Bastien recovers and sends it up to Ryder, who's got Boyd with him. Ryder sends it all the way over to Boyd. Boyd, he's going to power move it inside. Gets it poked away. Just shielding that puck and knowing he's got to go for his shift as that puck almost goes in. Uh-oh, here comes Telluride the other way, though. Not going to matter. That's Bankert. Oh, that did work. No, it didn't. That was close. Here comes Telluride the other way. Defenseman's down. Telluride down the left-hand side. They got to beat Chapko. Telluride to the inside, and shot is wide. Woo! That was exciting. Down goes Chapko. All right. Way to go, Telluride. Centering. Oh, no. Blocked away by Bankert. He stays on his feet. One man to beat. It's Pink Gloves. He does the through the legs thing and gets the shot on net, but it's a good save again. We did that through the legs move. That's the third time he's tried it this weekend. It's a good one. My personal predilections are that it's the right kind of move. I like it a lot more than the toe drag. And Bankert's been doing it, and then he's that time he managed to get around the defender, get a hold of it, and put it on net. I like the nutmeg move because it puts the puck toward the net, whereas the toe drag usually just ends in the defender making an easy poke check and going the other way with it. So good for Bankert completing that move. That's what a game like this is for, is to work on your maneuvers. Passes up to January, sends it deep. Puck is up, and Chopko with it. Chopko over to January in the corner. Bankert. Again, gentle effort toward the net, intentional and wise from Bankert. We are in run time, which I think we can all be grateful for. Bastien at center, Denton at left, Ryder Board at right, Holes and Bates on D. Here comes Pink Gloves. What's he going to do? Just lost the puck there. Picked up by Ryder. Now Bastien. Telluride clears it. Coles sends it deep. Ryder with very little pressure over to Bastien, who has very little pressure and has no choice but to shelf it. I don't know that you can coach him to do anything else, because what you coach in these situations is to cycle the puck around. Cycle. Well, at some point during a cycle, you're going to end up in a shooting position, and to not take the shot, as I said earlier, is a worse type of insult. So as tough as this score may be, I don't know that we could do much else besides keep playing the game of hockey. Enjoy that ice time that you do have. It's kind of become like a scrimmage mode. Scrimmage type scenario out there. Denton with a nice wheel there, and then he goes down. And that'll get called. The ref made a kind of sandwich motion with his hand. So I'm going to call that a sandwiching penalty on Forrest Johnson. And that's going to be a 2-10, dude. What? I don't know. I didn't see anything that bad. It was the far corner. I didn't have a good look. That was Forrest, our buddy from Mountain Select. Probably just had his hand up or something. I don't know. That's going to be a game misconduct for something that, I don't know, Denton fell down and got back up. It's not like he was sprawled out or anything. 4:24 run time. They haven't gotten the clock started yet. They're still figuring out this penalty. There it goes. So that'll be it for Forrest on the day. One of their best players, probably their best player. Whatever hope there was has been extinguished, I would say. 5-on-4 now for another minute and 9 seconds. There's Chopko working it deep, cycling, circling, doing what he's supposed to do. That comes out to the neutral zone. Sucic, he's going to wheel, turn, see what he can do. Gets it poked away. Backhanded centering pass from Denton to Bastien. Bastien's centering pass goes all the way up to the point. Sucic with a big shot. Denton, I think, did the gentlemanly thing there and kind of sort of shot it on net. Shopko. 3 minutes to play. 5 seconds in the penalty. Here's Bankert. Off the post. No, he calls it in. It's off the back post. Patrick Ostrander, the goaltender there. I'm sorry. Patrick Ostrander is not the goaltender. He was the referee. The reason I'm laughing is Forrest Johnson came out of the box with his buddy when the penalty was over. They both came onto the ice, and Forrest was like, come on, man. I want to be part of the game, but he can't. Whatever he did down there in the corner, he's out of the game. So on a 10-minute misconduct penalty. So Bankert's goal will, quote-unquote, count, although they're not putting it up on the screen anymore. We heard the ding from all the way down here. That does not always mean that it hit the crossbar or post, as Vail gets yet another one on a. That was another Bankert goal, I think, actually, from Garvey. Can't even tell a story without goals being scored. But when Bankert scored that last one, there's a bar around the back of the net, and so I'm assuming that referee Patrick saw that hit the back of the net and bounce out. Anyhow, yet another goal was scored while I was trying to explain that to y'all. I mean, look at that. It's Garvey, Bankert, Rizet. That's probably one of the best lines in Pee Wee hockey in Colorado out there. Just absolutely, I just don't know what Telluride's supposed to do against that. And so, the clock's still ticking. Bastien at center, Boyd at right, Ford at left. Sucic with the puck there. Oop, fans on it. And then Bates Scorebold back there on D. Nice pass up to Boyd. Boyd on the backhand. Diving defensive play by Telluride. I love to see that effort. That's so awesome to stop Boyd. And so now they have it digging for it in the corner. Less than a minute to play. Boyd has it. He's probably been told to cycle it around. So he's looking for that cycling pass, but picked off. And, 30 seconds to play. I mean, you can see some of these kids are just gliding out there. There's a diving defensive play that leads Bastien to kind of do the Superman flyover. Less than 20 seconds to play. Can Telluride put one in or not? Here's their test. Parrish with her 4th save of the game, and that will take us to the end of a weekend of sheer dominance. I don't even know what the scores were for and against. Thanks so much to all of you. Thanks to all of our coaches, our managers, all the parents, everybody who put so much into this team. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you when we're back from all that. Go Vail.